welcome to week 4 of our mansion videos. Today we've moved upstairs and we're going to handle the bedrooms and the master bath. So come on in. Welcome to the first bedroom in the Ivinson suite. This is a set of rooms that we call the Ivinson suite that were set as bedrooms. And the reason that we have them set as 2 bedrooms is we have these 2 rooms, and unfortunately we don't know how the Ivinsons would have had them furnished. Whether they would have had this first room as a sitting room and shared the inner bedroom, or if they kept it in the more European style where they had separate bedrooms for Mr. Ivinson and Mrs. Ivinson. So the furniture that this bedroom is set with actually belonged to Melville C. Brown, who was a lawyer and Laramie's very first mayor, and he only served for a couple of months in 1868 before he resigned because Laramie was too lawless to control at the time until the Vigilante Committee came through in 1868, where a bunch of the citizens of Laramie decided to get together and clean up the town and ended up hanging 4 people, and then after that it was smooth sailing. So one of the pieces in this room that didn't belong to Melville C. Brown belonged to Otto Graham. This is his desk, and he was a Laramie businessman, owned a drugstore very early on, but was also involved in the Territorial Prison and the Ivinson Hospital as well. So one of our favorite parts of this room is our necktie box and our necktie straightener. So this was a way for you to straighten your necktie without having to use any heat. So what you would do is you would heavily starch the tie and then leave it in between these 2 panels of wood overnight, and the weight of the wood would straighten your tie without you having to get out an iron or heat an iron in the fireplace.
This week, we're showcasing a special artifact from the first bedroom of the Ivinson suite. Join us for Artifact Highlight. One of the oldest artifacts in our collection is this lap desk, made in 1776. The desk is made from carved teakwood and originated from India before it was brought to the States by Captain Samuel Reed. The inside of the box features a red velvet lining and several smaller compartments for storage.
So this is the second bedroom in the Ivinson suite, and as you can see, we have decorated it in a much more feminine way, and so we choose to interpret this as Mrs. Ivinson's bedroom. So the furniture in this room was a bedroom set owned by Mattie Wallace, a Laramie pioneer and early school teacher. So the bedspread on this bed is actually called a crazy quilt. And what that means is it is a example of lots of different fabrics put together in not an actual block structure, just made through pure scraps. And one of the really cool parts of this crazy quilt in particular is there's a wonderful example of European fabric in it. And we can tell that it's European textiles due to the metallic fabrics used, or metallic threads used in the fabric. So this is the original fireplace that belongs with this room. The only piece of this fireplace that isn't quite original is this post over here. It was made by a student at UW, thankfully to match the other side after this one was damaged. The tile is all original, and as you can see, as with all of the fireplaces in the house, this one has been blocked off to prevent critters from coming down the chimney. So there's a small feature exhibit in this room, and it's about Amy Strong, who was a seamstress that came to live with the Ivinsons in 1903 around their 50th wedding anniversary. and she actually lived with the Ivinsons for a year while she was constructing several garments for the Ivinson family, and most importantly, Mrs. Ivinson's anniversary gown. So this is the master bathroom connected to the Ivinson suites, and the Ivinsons would have used this bathroom exclusively. There is another bathroom for guests down the hall. And so there are a couple of really cool things in this bathroom. This tub is original to the house and during the Ivinson era, and as you can see, there are some very interesting Italian marble plinths that it rests on. But one of the coolest things in this bathroom is this. This is a noodle and douche shower purchased in 1893 by Mrs. Ivinson at the Chicago World's Fair. She went to the World's Fair specifically looking for furnishings and accessories to fill out the mansion after it had been after completion of construction in 1892. So a very interesting story about this shower is when Mrs. Ivinson purchased the shower at the Chicago's World Fair. Of course, Chicago is right there on the edge of the Great Lakes, and they have wonderful water pressure. So when they brought it to Laramie, unfortunately it didn't work quite as well because we had much lower water pressure, and so there's actually a newspaper story where they had to buy a pump in order to get the shower to function correctly. Alright folks, so that's the end of our video. Have a good rest of your weekend, and join us next Friday. We're going to be going through the maid's room and the guest bathroom and a couple other rooms in the house. So we'll see you then.